So episode 2, this is our second episode podcast, huh?
I think episode 1 went well. The comments were awesome.
I think it went well, besides one comment.
Yeah.
But that's okay. The marketing team wants us to actually start breaking down products and talking about peptides and our knowledge on peptides. But I want to kind of go against them a little bit, and I want to talk about addiction a little bit. I might even start crying during this episode. But I want to talk to people about why you might drive past, I don't know, 10, 15 clinics to come to us, because you can get peptides, you can get hormone therapy, you can get IV therapy, you can get all those products at other clinics, right? Well, what makes us different? And so I was really thinking about this, and that's kind of why I want to go against the plan and kind of talk about addiction and redirecting energy.
Well, there goes my notes.
Yeah, your notes are out the window, but you're also a perfect person to chime in.
Definitely.
On this. What did you know about me from the past? Like, did you know me from like the late 90s?
I've known about Chad White for a very long time, and I've known you've always been associated as a party animal.
Yep.
And a wild man.
Yep.
Somebody.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I want to talk about. Just a couple of years ago in meditation, I kind of discovered myself and realized this redirecting energy thing that we talk about, that we now, I feel like we are experts in helping people do it. So, if someone's out there and they're struggling with something that they need to get to the other side of, that's where I think me and you separate ourselves, that we can really help people do that. You're right. I was a party animal. I mean, if you did ecstasy and probably from 93 till probably 2003, you probably did it from a group of my friends, what's known as the Southside Boys. Shout out to Ronnie Loggins. Shout out to Seth Ferrantini, the outlaw filmmaker. I mean, I just sat down with them to record my small little part in this documentary that'll probably be on Netflix. So if people are interested in that gangster type stuff, they can look up Seth Ferrantini or Ronnie Loggins, and that'll be coming out sometime next year. But I just only mention that to mention that when I discovered this redirecting of energy, and I discovered my addiction, which was sex on drugs, actually. And I'll go on national TV and I'll tell everyone, because I think somebody might be out there that's struggling with something, and when they hear me throw myself on the altar, so to speak, that maybe they would feel comfortable talking about something. And so this just kind of goes right into you. What did you just pick up this week?
My 2-year sobriety coin chip. I picked up 2 years sobriety from alcohol. I know all about it. It doesn't. People don't understand. I think it's not a drug or the substance that they're addicted to. It's the behavior that they keep repeating that is rewarding to them. And it can be anything. It can be gambling. It can be sex on drugs. It can be alcohol. It can be working out. It can be good things. It can be food. It can be your career. It can be your kids. It's good to be passionate, but you have to spread out your joy. You can't just deplete it all chasing something.
I agree 100%. Once I sat down and started redirecting, like I say, my energy towards something positive instead of thinking about sex on drugs.
Yes.
I started building a business. My life started taking off. I started having really good luck.
Yeah, me too. The same thing happened from the day I put down booze and refrained from that and started fasting and limiting my time on social media and redirecting my energy to going to the gym and eating healthy. My whole entire life just fell right into place, and now it's better than ever.
It's
been two short years. Actually, this is the longest year of my life. I've accomplished more in the past 12 months than I have in the past 12 years.
Because you redirected your energy
Because.
from drinking, and you focus it towards something else. And when you do that, you tap into your power.
Yes.
And so I tell people, I believe every single person in their brain and in their heart knows what is negative energy that tugs on them from the darkness. I believe, when I say this to someone, I'm like, I believe something popped into your head right when I said that. When I'm telling people, your power's right on the other side of that. What does that mean? Face it. Say it out loud. I have a sex addiction. Whatever. I have an alcohol addiction.
Honesty.
I have a food addiction.
First step in Alcoholics Anonymous out of the 12-step program.
That's right. I call it the accountability mirror. When you go to the accountability mirror and call yourself out for exactly who you are, now game on. Now we can make some progress. And so I think, again, that's why I want to do a quick little podcast about this. That's, I think, what separates us in my opinion. And I just wanted people out there to know if they're struggling with something, no matter what it is, to come talk to us. We can help them get to the other side of that through this discipline-based wellness. And that's what makes us different.
We'll keep the same behaviors. We'll just take the bad outcome and move it to a good outcome. I've redirected my energy. If you want to know how bad that it was, I took my alcoholism, and now I'm up at 4:30 every morning. Go to the gym, train for 2 or 3 hours, work 10 hours, don't sit down, don't eat food, go back to the gym, then break my fast, go to bed at 7:30, 8 at night, and do it again. And that's how I've directed that. But it's paid off. It's paid off greatly.
That's how we want to direct everybody to do it. It's just redirect that energy and pour it into something else. And then you can, again, tap into your power and get to the other side of that. So I just wanted to talk about addiction a little bit. I just wanted to kind of, throw myself on the altar a little bit because, I think somebody out there could benefit from it in some way.
Oh, there's a lot. I have guys message me all the time. They want to quit drinking. They've seen my story. You have to hit bottom if you don't get to the point where you have nowhere else to go, and you don't suffer enough, then you'll never ever change. And you're never going to lose your passion. You're never going to lose your desire to seek more or make yourself feel better. That's something I've struggled with my entire life. All day, every day, for my entire life, ever since I was a child. What can I do to make myself feel better? And I think a lot of people are the same way, and they use that on, they might eat food or watch pornos or do drugs or drink alcohol, but it's a constant, what can I do to make myself feel better?
Yeah.
And it took me, 35, 40 years to figure it out, but the answer is to not put anything into my body. And when you are able to refrain from putting the things in your body, your happy chemicals, your dopamine in your brain, you save it, and then it gets leaked out during times when you need it the most, when you're with your kids or when you're at your job or when you're driving in traffic. No more road rage. That's how it comes out in just joy throughout the day. It's an infinitely better than drinking every night.
So your power is right on the other side of that, and that's
right on the other side.
Right
yes.
on the other side. So when you feel a little, people don't like the word suffering. They hate when I use that word, but that's exactly the word that needs to be used. You have to suffer a little bit to get to the other side of something that's hard, something that's negative energy. It's not easy to get to the something.
Like entering ketosis with our weight loss patients. Get hungry, deal with it, and your appetite will go away after a few hours, and then we'll be in fat burning mode. Yeah, and you'll have dopamine that you didn't waste on food. You can do it. You can help your kids with their homework. Yeah.
No, it's
be nicer to your husband. Yeah, it's easy.
Well, so this is, again, I believe this is why we were put on this earth, brother, me and you, is to go through what we've gone through, be party animals, be addicted to something, beat it. So now we can not only, this isn't about making money, this is about saving humanity. And so that's where I'm at with this. One person at a time, right? Getting to the other side of beating their addiction, beating what they're struggling with. And so I just wanted to do a quick little podcast and tell people, come see us. We can help them.
Absolutely, yeah.